Go whenever. Go, go, go. I don't want to like move people around and shit. It just starts melting my brain. Oh, everyone else is not here. Davey, Tilted, Yui Web, you, Godzilla, Davey, and Thomas. So that was just the first one. It's okay. I'd rather keep a rhythm of just having everyone ready and just running through it than trying to like move this kind of arms and then come back and then remember to move them back. Everyone's got to follow my strict rhythm, otherwise it just makes it harder for me, and I really am like fucking tired now. Do not want to deviate from my plan. No, I'm... Yeah. Want to send you a screenshot?
Yeah. Mine is very... 100%.
Oh, yep, cool, I can put it all in there. Where do I send it to? Email. Hang on. Like in between Canberra and Queanbeyan, and there's no food, no amenities, you gotta leave to go get lunch. So when I'm there, I normally rock up on site on like a Thursday, Friday, but I'm at like a lighthouse building in the city, so all the lunch options. No, I patch for everything windows. Every month I make application team sad. Good. But Objective's the most fragile thing because it needs to be replaced. And I can't even put security patches in it anymore because I couldn't fall over like Jenga. Yeah, so I'm getting emails from the PM Keys team, DSMS. I don't know what most of the shit is. And they tell me, I don't know, there's like 12,000 servers. It's basically everything.
So you're a network engineer?
No, I do the security patching of every month from Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
And every month I break something. Even though not so old, there's like a security feature product in there that doesn't let on authorized files arrive, and their shit's poorly implemented that when, I don't know if I should tell you, when I patch it...
I've worked for HP.
Alright, well,
so I have to save some of the shit.
Like, have you heard of app control where you like only allow certain files to run?
Yeah.
So when I patch, files are changing it in the Windows system for the server blue screens on read because it doesn't trust the new files from Microsoft. And then I have to like, and so basically it takes me way more effort just to do something that's a routine job. Every month they say, oh, we're fixing this time, we won't have shit break, and then shit breaks. And I had this one where all of Objective went down on VPN because it looked for one domain controller for all the authentication, and that one fucking died from the patching I did because of the security product breaking it. But Objective only looking at one is fucking bad, and the fact that it broke is not because of me, but I get blamed. And like I get blamed for everything. So I'm pretty close to rage quit and going to physio. On one of the submarine things that's downer. So currently with Lighthouse, but I'll probably bounce it downer because then I can just have a clean slate and not be stuck in the deployed space. That's got some interesting stuff in terms of like engineering requirements about only having this much space for like laptops as your servers and things like that. And I was at Palace for a few years doing the PV land there. That was a nightmare itself. So I've been around a bit, but I do my computers. They love it to have a team happen and come to them. It's more fun, but the days are so much longer. No worries. We're going to get started with the next group after this round. We're only going to have BMS Thomas and MIDRT. I'm not going to make any movements in the groups because my brain will melt today. We're going to keep it very vanilla. We're going to run through the schedule that I shared with everyone. If you don't know your channel or your group, check your phone. I was up till midnight preparing that, and I only had to get up at like 6 in the morning. So I have no sympathy for the unprepared. Zero. All right, cadet team, get your stuff. This will be qualifying round 9, Group A. And yes, we are live on the tubes until 40,000 people rock up and swamp the cellular network, and I just get pummeled to the ground. Woo-wee. Good morning, everyone watching in the grandstand, over there behind me, or watching at home. This is technically the 2023 Australian International Airshow. I am your race director, decision maker, and I'm going to say I'm a secondary commentator, and my colleague here, William McCann, Bear FPV, is the primary commentator because I'm spending more time in spreadsheets than I should be on the mic.
Very much nerding it up in between rounds here.
What a flex.
No, I think after the drone racing tournament, you could probably enter the Excel tournaments.
Oh, I hope so, but
esports style.
I know when I'm out of my league. I mean, I don't mind a V lookup, but there's formulas in there that I've not even yet scratched the surface of. Are you feeling energized or exhausted?
I'm energized, Tim.
I'm both.
I tell you what, after last night, flying under the lights,
I like that.
And a lot of movement on the leaderboard last night.
Yeah.
So BMS Thomas, who's up now, he was our TQ pretty much as the sunset last night. But Godzilla, under lights, absolutely thrived in the conditions and able to pull out some big laps.
Oh, Davey, you're up now. Quickly run, boy. We'll wait for Davey. We got one more pilot joining this group. We got BMS Thomas, MIDRT, and we'll have Davey, who's I just saw his head. He literally just rocked up. So you got 90 seconds, let's say. And this is the second last day of the overall air show, and for us, the second last day of the tournament. This will be going all day until 5 o'clock for qualifying, and we'll do a finals around lunchtime tomorrow. Yeah, Godzilla's up now. Look at the timing, just making it in time, clutching it. We've now got 4 pilots who are in this race. We're going to have probably no UE wet whip and tilted because they're either stuck in traffic or having a morning sleep in and having pancakes somewhere. That's what I'd be like to be doing, having some pancakes. All right, haven't opened that program yet. Oh, no. We're going to have Sunrise coming in and doing a live weather cross.
Yeah, that's not the actual geographical sunrise here. That's the Channel 7 sunrise.
The morning TV show that I'm never awake for.
The morning TV show, we'll be doing a live cross for the weather here. Wanting to get action on the drone racing.
So what's the forecast? Sunny with a chance of dust.
Oh.
All right, Davey FPV entering the arena. Supportive father Peter Newman there. The funder of Davey's FPV journey.
Now, these are our fastest races in qualifying yesterday, correct, Tim?
Yeah, so what I did was, there's one error. The Granger's actually meant to be in this group, and probably UE Wep doesn't belong. But these are the 6 pilots who got the fastest 6 lap times from qualifying yesterday afternoon.
BMS Thomas, 2-time multi-GP world champion. Davey FPV, winner of the last big top race we had at the Wings over Illawarra Airshow. Godzilla, our current TQ. And MIDRT, fresh from his fourth place in the Military International Drone Racing Tournament yesterday.
You are 2. F2, Davey, that's why.
Tom, you're on R2. Yeah, sure. You all right? You're R1? we've got you. It's a bit.
No, there's two on the same channel.
Okay.
And there we go. Is that better? Because that looks great to me now.
That should be better for Godzilla. So our pilots here just getting their frequency sorted. The drones are actually transmitting a video signal direct to the goggles that the pilots are wearing, and that's how they're able to pilot these aircraft so extremely fast.
All right, I hope everything works. I've just pulled it out of my backpack and slapped it on the table, and I haven't really tested anything, but you know what? That's what I do. YOLO.
Okay, go pilots. Thumbs up when you're ready.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot BMS.
Oh, and the
Thomas
gas for the
1.86.
crowd as the pilots take off from the launch blocks. Godzilla takes a tumble, possibly in midair there. BMS Thomas now making his way through the top section of the track, followed by Davey FPV. Mac Daddy still coming through. He's about to make his way through the top section. Godzilla takes another tumble. He clips the top of the roof through the corkscrew now. BMS Thomas now, he's on his second lap, an 18.16 for him. Godzilla now, his first lap, a 21.55, and he clips the army flag and down. Davey FPV through the corkscrew now. Mac Daddy about to make his way through the top section of the track. BMS Thomas now on his third lap, a 16.22 for his second lap. He's our second place pilot in qualifying. Godzilla, our TQ. Godzilla now coming through the KJR corner into the in-situ Pacific start finish gate. A second lap of 24.73 for him. He's now on his third. BMS Thomas on his fourth lap, a 14.87 for his third. Davey FPV, he's now on his fourth lap, a 21.08 for him. Mac Daddy coming through the corkscrew. BMS Thomas collides. He is down. Godzilla now coming through on his fourth lap. He collides off the start finish gate. Davey FPV now making his way through the corkscrew. Mac Daddy coming into the top section of the track now. Davey coming through the in-situ Pacific start finish gate for his fourth lap. That's an 18.41. Godzilla's down. BMS Thomas taking it easy. His battery's hanging down. He's coming through the top section of the track now. He's got to be careful with that battery dangling. It doesn't hit one of the guide wires. Davey is down. He's happy with his laps. He's finished. Mac Daddy misses the start finish gate, comes back around. He's currently sitting in sixth in qualifying overall. BMS Thomas completes his fifth lap. He's going to do some more now, hoping to get as much practice, as much data as he can on this track. Finding the right lines, finding where he can gain pace. Mac Daddy now coming through the top section of the track, over the crowd. Thomas now completing 6 laps. He's half a second behind Godzilla in second place in qualifying. That battery is hanging on for dear life on BMS Thomas's drone.
30 seconds remaining.
He's taking it nice and easy. Getting the feel for this track. I tell you what, that's some very tight and strong battery plugs he has there.
Ten seconds remaining.
Mac Daddy still live on the track. He's coming around the sweeper turn into KJR corner now. He's in 6th position, 0.16 seconds
Finish
behind the
your lap and
pilot
then
in 5th.
Up next will be Granger, Mish, Louis, Dim Sim, Black
BMS
Wolf,
Thomas
and
finished
Bear.
3 laps in 64.4. Please land. Race over. Next up, round 9 qualifying.
Channels in this group: Granger, Mish,
FPV on R1,
Louis, Dim
Mish
Sim,
on R2,
Black Wolf, and
Louis
Bear.
on F2, Dim Sim FPV on F4.
Go,
Black
schnell,
Wolf FPV
schnell,
on
I'm up,
R6,
I'm up. Hey.
Bear on R8.
All right, pleased to see that the live stream's working for now, but obviously as the tens of thousands of people storm the gates with their cell phones in their pockets, I'm going to get squeezed out of the Optus cellular network. If you happen to be a bigwig at Optus, give me some priority bandwidth. I will reward you with cuddles and kisses. Or maybe some cash, I don't know. Let's discuss. It was a pretty fast round there, and a very rare moment to see Thomas Bitmatter have a single impact at all. He still pulled a 49.24 for his top 3 laps in that one. I only had one request, that you looked at the spreadsheet. R7. So I was up till midnight, and I did give everyone a screenshot of all their channels, their groupings. And every round so far, at least 2 people have asked me what their channel is. You can only lead a horse to water. Of course you will. There's no R3. R7. All right. A big part of drone racing, at least for me, is herding the cats. Oh, this song. It's called Schwarzenegger. Do we have a mish? We have a mish? Oh, he's on TV. That's better than this in some ways. I've hit start. We're getting underway. Don't care for your thumbs.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Dimsum FPV 2.22.
Solid laps from all 5 pilots right now. Granger in the lead with an 18.88. If you were Asian, you'd consider that a very lucky lap. Lots of 8s. 8s means fortune. Louis with 3 laps in now in 10th. Dimsim in 11th. Black Wolf also on 3 laps. Bear now on 3 laps in 13th place overall. This open tournament is definitely got a lot more hotter competition with the influx of local clubs such as Eastside FPV, Melbourne Multirotor Racing Club, and a couple of people from interstate who were so keen they came all the way down to Avalon just to fly drones in the arena. Dimsim now with his hottest 3 laps, a 57.03. Still in the 11th spot though, but he's now only 0.6 seconds behind Louis. Granger is our fastest pilot on the leaderboard in this group. He's sitting in the number 3rd overall between, how many we got? 49 pilots in this competition right now. I was expecting up to 60, but a couple of the international teams decided to go sightseeing today instead of competing here. So that's okay. No judgment from me.
60 seconds remaining.
Claps from the grandstand there as someone smears it into the start-finish gate. Bear getting a sneaky, cheeky fake lap of 5 seconds. Good luck. Let's remove that. Oh, and Black Wolf landing on the starting table. That's not protocol. We have a landing zone in the other corner. The landing zone's over there. Because if you land there and someone's still flying, you'll swamp them out. Where's the landing zone, Tristan? Over there, yes.
Seconds remaining.
All right, that round's
Race
official.
over.
These results are in. Let's see what this DNF does from Mish. Up now will be Delegator, Bloke, Kentucky, Fast Fader, Sushi Snake, and Bin Chicken.
Next up, round 9 qualifying 3, with Delegator on R1, Bloke on R2, Kentucky on F2, Fast Vader on F4, Sushi Snake on R7, Ben Chicken on R8.
We only have Delegator on the starting blocks. We got a Bin Chicken coming in. I believe Sushi Snake and Fast Fader are in their car, still trying to get in. There was a long queue of cars to get into the air show this morning. It took us about 40 minutes. That's why you gotta be prepared and leave early. I don't think we have a bloke yet. Whatever it is. No, will not be quiet. You want my voice? When are they doing that? I have to turn the speakers down because I'm told the TV show doesn't want to hear my voice. So there's nothing wrong. I'm just going to turn down the speaker volume. I hope you can still hear the times. Oh, top knot. Glad you could join us. Did you have a good siesta yesterday? You're tired. No sympathy from the race director. You got mute it. You got to mute. Oh, you left the chat. You're not getting back in. If I could make a chat where it's just no one could write in it but me, I've actually set that up. There's going to be just to send out pilot information.
Up now, we have 2 pilots from the Royal Australian Air Force drone racing team. The mighty Bin Chicken and the all-conquering Delegator. Delegator, our highest-ranked Air Force pilot in the Military International Drone Racing Tournament yesterday. He's going to be keen for a good showing in the Open Class Tournament this weekend. Look, yes, we are doing a live cross at the moment to Sunrise for their weather. If you want to crash into the net and get your drone on TV, feel free. Or complete your laps and move up the qualifying leaderboard. Your choice of how you define your glory.
Delegator, you're on the wrong channel. You're on R1. All right, thumbs up if you're all ready. Quick last second check. Channels are good.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Ben Chicken 3.71.
Oh, Delegator taking a bit of a long way to get through the whole shot there. He's now coming through the top section of the track, as is Bin Chicken. Ben Chicken's out in front, making his way through the first of our many sweeper turns into the corkscrew in the center of the track. He takes a high power loop over, clipping a gate. Delegator now making his way through the corkscrew. He's coming through the KJR corner into the In-Situ Pacific. Into the In-Situ Pacific start-finish gate. Yeah, pilots, we're going to get you guys down. Apologies. Oh, I love it. Excellent. Excellent crash. Was that intentional? Oh, he's not sure. Okay, both pilots are down. Short and sharp. I love it. You guys will get another qualifier. Don't stress.
Race over.
I think they want to put a drone hovering behind. So I guess as part of our TV production, we need to have a drone hovering behind our interview. Bear with us, folks. We'll be back live racing very soon.
10611,
If you want to still keep up with the action, we're doing a live feed. Channel 7 right now. Call your mum and dad pilots and get them to tune in. But if you're leaving the racing now, don't worry, the live stream is available on YouTube. You can keep up to date with all the racing throughout the day on the FPV Bits YouTube channel.
10, shot, over. 11, this is drop 100, repeat, over. Rapid complete, over. 11, rapid clear.
gonna have to do a lot of, well, not a lot of replacing, but I have to do some. I'm actually gonna start to run out of props. Or on my, I've got.
At a club race, 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
And do we get whoops moved to next Friday?
Well, I don't know. My wife hasn't told me. I bet she forgot too.
The next group up is Justin Tyne, Hot Blue, Troy Star, Super Dizzy Die, Lewis, and Cubics. I don't have this many cadets in this group, I have just Lewis. The rest of you, I got Brigand Firefly next, and then Hickster and Lost My Drone after that. Spread across a few groups this morning. You're up now.
Next up round 9 qualifying 4, with just in time on R1, Hot Glue on R2, Troy Star on F2, Super Dizzy D on F4, Lewis on R7, Cubit on R8.
No, you are in Fat Shark 4. Fat Shark or IMDb 4. You can only be on race band.
All right, we just have just in time. Change this name here.
We have Lewis representing the Australian Army Cadets. Just in time, one of our more senior members of the Royal Australian Air Force team. We have Cubit also representing the Royal Australian Air Force. Pilots.
What's going on? Oh, can we...
Justin Time's gone off yelling at a fellow Defence Force member. He's checking in a couple of things, make sure they're good to go. Lewis, though, he is primed and ready.
Justin, we need you flying now.
We're going to give you a 25-second countdown to make the start blocks. Otherwise, we're going to take off without you. It's 21. We're doing it.
All right, when the clock hits 9:21, I'm hitting start race, regardless of whether Justin is in time or out of time. I don't know why he needs Mac Daddy. Why does he need you? Oh, he's needed his goggles.
It's all right. It's qualifying, so you can take off after the others. Marzi FPV joining us on the live stream, Tim.
I think from his car in the queue to get into the
Potentially, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Radio pilots, here we go.
Starting on the tone in less than 5.
Racing Lewis first off the blocks through the whole shot. Oh, Racing Lewis takes a tumble in through the gate. He's back up, but something doesn't quite sound right. Very crunchy, and the battery has disconnected. That's not what he wants for his first qualifying run of the day. Our two pilots still in the air, just in time, and Cubit from the Royal Australian Air Force drone racing team. Just in time now, coming through the corkscrew, making his way into KJR corner in front of our crowd. This will be his first lap, a 35.72, and he's currently sitting in 24th in qualifying. Cubit now making his way for his first lap, a 43.50 for him. That sees him in 31st. Over 50 pilots competing this weekend. Cubit's down, he's in the dirt. He's back up. Just in time now, coming through for his second lap and hits the gate. He looks to be stuck. No, recovered and back up. That's not going to hinder him at all. Not only can Just in Time fly a drone, he's also a qualified hot air balloon pilot. The way Just in Time flies his drone is very similar to a hot air balloon, very similar pace, and sort of just goes where the wind takes him. Just in Time in the ground. Cubit still in the air, making his way up through the top section of the track.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh, goggles are up for Lewis. Goggles are up for Justin. They've caught time on their race. It's the Qubit show now. My mic.
30 seconds remaining.
Yep. Next up, whilst Qubit gets his qualifying laps in, we will have Hutto, Paints, Manic TARDIS, Brig, Chiz, and Firefly.
10 seconds remaining. Finish your lap and then land. Race over.
Radio pilots, go retrieve your drones. In this one, we're going to have Hutto from the Royal Australian Air Force, Paints and Manic TARDIS, both from the Australian Army Drone Racing Team, Brig and Firefly representing the Army Cadet Team, and Chiz, one of our civilian pilots competing in the tournament this weekend. Chiz representing the Melbourne Multirotor Racing Club, one of the many clubs in the southern Victorian region, one being Eastside FPV and the other being the Melbourne Multirotor Racing Club. The course. Some last minute frequency management between Chiz and Paints, then we'll be getting underway very quickly. Video's good for all 6 pilots in this heat. Pilots, goggles down, thumbs up when you're ready. Let's hear a bit of noise from our crowd for these pilots.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Chiz 3.27.
Chiz appears to be our pilot out in front. He's now coming through the top section of the track. This is his first time flying in the big top, and he just kisses the top of the tent. Paints is down. Hutto, though, he's just making his way through the course. Firefly, one of our cadet pilots, coming now into the corkscrew in the middle of the track. Chiz now on his second lap now. Oh, Brig takes a bit of a tumble. Something appears to be loose. Oh, Hutto takes a tumble after his first lap. That was his fastest of the tournament so far with the 41.34. He's trying to get back up. Paints takes a tumble. Brigg coming through the top section of the track. Mannix Tardis is down. Firefly over the top of the crowd now. Chiz now onto his third lap over the top of the crowd. Oh, Manic Tardis takes a tumble. Brigg takes a tumble. 3 pilots are down now. Chiz kisses the ground. That's 3 laps now for Chiz. He's on our leaderboard, sitting in 23rd. Chiz through the corkscrew. He's going to be turning through KJR corner, making his way into the in-situ Pacific start-finish gate for his 4th lap. That's a 23.56 for him and moves him into 20th position. Brigg bouncing up and down on the ground. Firefly, though, taking it easy. 1 more lap for you, and you'll be on the leaderboard. Brigg has kicked up a whole lot of dirt there. Oh, Firefly just clips a gate, but still in the air. Coming around now through KJR corner. Chiz takes a tumble. That's 3 laps for Firefly. Congratulations, you're on the leaderboard in 34th position. Track is clear, pilots. Go retrieve your drones.
Next up, round 9 qualifying 6, with Hickster on R1, Huey FPV on R2, Ironoid on F2, Lawnmower on F4, Lost My Drone on R7, Marzi on R8.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll bounce between them, yeah.
We'll show it off on the TV in a sec.
Okay, up now, we have Hickster, Huey FPV, Ironoid, Lawnmower, Lost My Drone, and Marzi. Sam still doesn't have his radio, so he's on my radio. Hickster, a Australian Army cadet pilot. Huey FPV, the captain of the Australian Army drone racing team. Lawnmower from the Royal Australian Air Force. Lost My Drone. You can only imagine how he got that name. Representing the Australian Army cadet team. Ironoid and Marzi are 2 of our civilian pilots competing in the competition today.
I hope he's only lost 1 drone and not several. Have you ever fully lost a drone?
No,
Entirely?
I haven't. Actually, I did speak to him yesterday about his name, and it was to do with his first ever flight. He was scared he would lose his drone. Oh, lost his drone, he's lost. Okay, he won't be in. Okay, he's looking for his drone.
True to his name, and thank you, Peter Newman, for the donuts.
Okay, so we only have 3 pilots. Lawnmower. Oh, we got some video for Lost My Drone. He's
No, that's a retrieval of someone else.
still trying to retrieve them out of the net. Make sure you're unplugged before you leave the arena. It's only 2 pilots in this. Hickster from the Australian Army cadet team.
And Lawnmower.
Marzi.
Marzi, you're not in the right channel.
R8.
Oh, Sam, you're on the wrong channel. F2. No, he's on the wrong channel. It's actually Ironoid. He's meant to be
Dynamite, sorry.
He's meant to be here, not down there.
Either way, he's on the wrong channel. If all pilots, if you're not sure of your channels for your groupings, please come to the race headquarters and we can advise you beforehand. This way there's no delays in our racing.
We want up next Mr. Goose, Scorpion, Sugar K, Third Eye, Tomahawk, and Top Knot. We're going to start this race now.
Let's do this.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Ironoid 4.89.
Ironoid fast off the blocks though. Hickster, our cadet pilot, they haven't been flying for long now, cadets, but they are learning fast. He's now coming through the second gate on the track, about to make his way into the top section. Ironoid already completed that, coming into the corkscrew in the center of the track now. Coming through the second of our sweeper turns into the KJR corner. And that's a 30.19 for him. That's his first lap completed under the big top here today. Hickster now coming through KJR corner in front of our crowd. This will be his first lap. Ironoid going to have to contend with a little bit of traffic of Hickster, but he passes him with ease. He's now going to make his way through the top section of the track for the third time. Through KJR corner into the In-Situ Pacific start-finish gate. That's a 19.50 for him, which moves him into 18th position on the leaderboard. Oh, Ironoid starting to get a real feel for this track. Moving into 19th now. 3 consecutive laps from him in 60.99. A pair of 19.5s for him. Hickster now on their third lap. On Ironoid now just continuing to lower that overall PB for 3 consecutive laps. For those in the crowd wondering how the competition is working, pilots will conduct as many laps as they can within 3 minutes. However, for timing, we only take their 3 fastest consecutive laps. Oh, Ironoid crashes out at the end there. That might be all for him. Goggles are up. So we'll take their 3 fastest consecutive laps and place them on a leaderboard. Come tomorrow, we'll enter our top 16 double elimination final series. Pilots will have 2 chances to win. Will come first and second in their final races. If you come third or fourth in 2 of the finals, you're out, and eventually we'll be able to crown our winner of the Open Tournament at the Australian International Airshow here at Avalon. Hickster, he's on his 4th lap now. That means he's on the leaderboard. 3 laps is all you need to qualify.
Finish your
and then it all comes down to timings for making the top 16.
Hickster finished 3 laps in 132.2.
On Hickster disconnects as he lands. That's a great effort. Well done to our Australian Army cadet pilot there.
Race over.
Oh, and a round of applause from our crowd. Love to see it. Up now, we have Mr.
Next
Goose,
up, round 9 qualifying
Scorpion,
7,
Sugar
with
K,
Mr. Goose
Third
on
Eye,
R1,
Tomahawk,
Scorpion
and
on
Top
R2,
Knot.
Sugar K on F2, Third Eye on F4, Tomahawk on R7, Top Knot on R8.
Out of my way, I don't so tempted by the die.
Okay, yeah. Can you turn my mic down? It's my voice, yeah? Can you turn my mic down?
Yep. Test, test, test.
I'm going to have to try and keep it about here. Oh. Yeah, okay. and we have the cadets. So Top Knot, our sole Royal Australian Navy drone racing person. I'm not sure if you can call yourself a team just yet, but you're working on it. Are you captain of the team yet? Vice captain. Vice captain. Okay. We also have Tomahawk from the Royal Australian Air Force. And we'll also have 2 cadet pilots, Mr. Goose and Scorpion.
Looking for Scorpion on channel 2, and then we'll get this one underway. Sugar K, he said he'd be here. Maybe he wasted my time by just telling me that and then not showing up. It's a classic play. And Third Eye not here yet, probably in the queues to get in. Mr. Goose, do we have Mr. Goose?
Oh no, Mr. Goose, just Scorpion from the cadet team. Oh, video's just gone for... Okay, Scorpion's gone as well. This looks like it's going to be the Air Force versus the Navy.
Yeah, they'll get another run in. Subsequently, we don't want to keep the crowd waiting. So thumbs up when you're both ready to commence.
The senior service versus the RAF.
The senior service?
Yeah,
Arm your
Navy's
quads.
the senior service.
Oh,
Starting
senior.
on the tone
Yeah.
in less than 5. Whole shot top knot 2.75.
Tomahawk, for those in the crowd, is flying with the blue LEDs. He's making his way through the top section of the crowd, over the crowd.
Your video is pretty bad. It's like someone... His video's okay. Actually, it's both pretty trashy. It's like someone's powder on the pits.
Yeah, it looks like someone's powered on in the pits. Okay.
Mac Daddy, someone's next to you is powered on. Someone's powered on in the pits.
All pilots, please do not power on outside the netted area. No powering on inside the
See
pits.
someone's head down there. Someone's got their drone plugged into the computer and it's powering the VTX up on the channel we're trying to fly on. I see Mac Daddy's hand. I see Mac Daddy's head. I'll disqualify you.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, we're still getting video. Can every pilot please disconnect a drone from their computer? Meanwhile, Tomahawk, he's flying through this course with ease. He's on his 3rd lap. Rightio, looks like the race headquarters is going to have to get out the band hammer, the mighty mallet, which will destroy any drone breaching the rules of the competition. Tomahawk, he's on the board, a 91.75 for him for his 3 laps. He's now on lap 4, coming through the corkscrew. Oh, Top Knot trying to get up.
60 seconds remaining.
And he's down, dusted. Unlucky for Top Knot. Someone powering up in the pits. That's something we're going to have to deal with. Tomahawk now coming through into the corkscrew section for the 5th time. Through our 2nd sweeper into the KJR corner.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, that's his fastest lap of the day at 26.68. Puts him into 26th position overall. over the top of the crowd. Purple LEDs.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, this looks like it'd be a good lap from Tomahawk. He's going to come in. Oh, no, he takes a tumble. Oh,
Finish
down
your
and
lap
dusted.
and then land.
Track is clear, pilots. Go, retrieve your drones. Up now, we have
Race over.
our Group Group A. Godzilla, BMS Thomas, Davey FPV, Tilted, Mac Daddy, and Yui Wep Wep.
Next up, round 10 qualifying 1, with Godzilla on R1, BMS Thomas on R2, Davey FPV on F2, Tilted on F4, Mac Daddy on R7, Yue Wapuk on R8.
Last lap, and I was like, no, he'll be able to get this. He won't crash because I'm calling it. Sorry, man. Who was it?
I'm gonna say Mac Dad.
Sorry? Oh, there was a mallet been around here. I was going to say something about Arthur trying to sabotage the Navy, but... Yeah, no, it wasn't you. No, I knew it wasn't you because you were just next to it. You just see your face. Like a corner of your face was beside the screen. Yeah.
They did the runner. Yeah, none of it makes sense. We just know what we saw.
Next up, round 10 qualifying 1, with Godzilla on R1, BMS Thomas on R2, Davey FPV on F2, Tilted on F4, Mac Daddy on R7, Yue Wapuk on R8.
If you've just joined us in the crowd, you're in for a treat. Our fastest pilots are in this qualifying heat. Godzilla, our TQ top qualifier. BMS Thomas, our former TQ in this competition. He's going to be desperate to reclaim that top place. Davey FPV, an exciting young prospect from the Canberra area, having previously won the Wings over Illawarra competition last year under the big top. And Mac Daddy coming number 4 in the Military International Drone Racing Tournament yesterday. Okay, pilots. Goggles down, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, let's do this.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot BMS Thomas 1.83.
Godzilla, BMS Thomas and Davey FPV really neck and neck here. Davey FPV takes a tumble and stuck in the net. Can he get back out? We're not sure. Godzilla coming through the corkscrew. BMS Thomas coming through for the start finish gate. It's going to be Godzilla in first, BMS Thomas in second. 15:57 for Godzilla, and he takes a tumble. BMS Thomas now coming through into the corkscrew section of the track now. Mac Daddy over the top of the crowd. BMS Thomas coming through for his second lap now. That will be a 14:07 for him. He's still half a second away from Godzilla in qualifying. Godzilla now coming through for his second lap of 19:93 for him. That's cost him a little bit of the tumble, but he disconnects now and he's out. BMS Thomas now coming through KJR corner into the start finish gate. That is a 14.28 for him. He's lowered the time, but he's still in second place. 0.25 behind Godzilla over 3 laps. Davey FPV's down, Godzilla's down, Mac Daddy's now coming through KJR corner. BMS Thomas now with the fastest lap of the tournament, a 13.06, and that puts him into the top qualified position. This is a hot run from BMS Thomas. Mac Daddy over the top of the crowd now. He'll be making his way into the corkscrew in the centre of the crowd. BMS Thomas is done. That's all he needs to do. A 40.78 over 3 consecutive laps for BMS Thomas. He is our new top qualifier. Mac Daddy also on a PB run here, a 53.02 over 3 consecutive laps. He comes around for his 5th lap. He's currently sitting in 6th overall in qualifying.
"60 seconds remaining."
Oh, Mac Daddy inches closer and closer to position number 5 on our leaderboard. 0.16 seconds behind the pilot in 5th. There is absolutely nothing in this competition now. That's lap number 7 for Mac Daddy. He's going to do an 8th. 35 seconds remaining in this heat.
Ignore the flashing
30
text that says
seconds
land
remaining.
now. Don't let your drone tell you what to do,
Okay,
mate.
pilots, track is clear. Go retrieve your drones.
Race over.
If the next group is fast, we'll get this one in. We have the military working dogs at 10 a.m., so we've got less than 10 minutes to get this over. We'll have to take a pause for group 3, which will be Delegator, Bloke, Kentucky, Fast Fader, Susie Shake and Bidgingham. We'll just squeeze in Granger, Mish, Louie, Dim Sim, Black Wolf and Bear right now.
Next up, round 10 qualifying 2.
And
with
yes,
Granger
for
FPV
Roller Coaster
on
Harry
R1,
watching at home,
Mish on R2.
Lewis
Louie
has
on
been born
F2,
again with a new
Dimsim
name.
FPV on F4.
Racing
Black
Lewis.
Wolf FPV on R7. Bear on R8.
He'll be coming up. When is it? Oh, in the 4th group. Let's say about 30 minutes. Okay, I got video for Dim Sim. He's on the line. No, you're in the next one, but we'll have the dogs next. So you got, yeah, like 20 minutes or so. All right, Bear is online. No, someone else on Bear's channel. Louis is probably just changing. This is a good opportunity to change the music. All right, the pilots are finally ready. Only got 3 in this one. No Black Wolf, no Granger, no Dim Sim. Dim Sim's on F4. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. No more bets. Yeah, I've got it. We're hitting start. Sometimes you'd think that these people were really experienced and
Arm
well
your
organized,
quads.
but then something
Starting
like that
on a
happens,
tone in
and
less than 5.
no. Here we go.
Whole
Actually,
shot
that's
miss
not fair to
2.2.
say. Some pilots are really well disciplined and they're always ready, and they're my favorite pilots in the entire tournament. I don't really mind how fast you are, but if you can be ready and keep the flow of the entire event going, then you have my utmost respect. This race is live. All pilots have got to start whole shot time in the sub-5 second mark. Mish is our leader of this group. He was featured on the Sunrise TV show earlier. So if you have an ability to go back and watch that, you can see him standing and getting interviewed by the Sunrise Morning Weatherman. Dim Sim and Louis all on lap number 2, as well as Bear. So all pilots are now on lap number 2, with Mish putting it down to lap number 3, and Bear's caught right up. He's now in lap number 3 as well. All these pilots are pretty evenly matched. They've all got about 20 seconds per lap on the clock. All right, all pilots have 3 laps on the board. They've got a time now if they didn't already, but they already had a time. They're just not improving on that just yet. They've not hit their groove of the day. Dim Sim has now bumped his time up. He's sitting in the number 8 spot. Louis in 12th. Bear in 14th overall. And a few of them are starting to crumble now. They're hitting gates. You notice that distinct sound of a motor or carbon hitting a metal steel pole.
.60 seconds remaining.
Wow, they've all got 5 laps. This is a good race, everyone. They've got the full endurance there. No one has crashed out yet. All 4 pilots are still up. Dim Sim now bumped into the number 5 spot. He's certainly climbed a few ranks on the ladder, and Mish is out. Oh, Dim Sim is out with a battery ejection. It's lights out for both of them.
My eyes, the goggles do nothing.
Yeah, that's a good sim sound effect from The Simpsons. Radioactive
30
Man
seconds remaining.
saying, "My eyes, the goggles do nothing." This round is over. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
Not boo. Applause. Applause. Because that was actually good. Objectively speaking, that was a good run
Race
from all
over.
4 pilots. They've all done well. Bear moving into 14th place and Dim Sim up to 5th. Louis and Mish sitting in 12th and 11th respectively. It's about as good as it gets. We're going to go down to Group 3. No, wait. It's 10 a.m. Do you know what that means? It's doggy time. Someone gives me a weird look over to my left. Doggy time means the military working dogs. I'm of the understanding they're still going at 10. But I don't see them. Oh, yep, I see they're waving. Oh, there you are. I'll stream that. We're going to have the military working dogs on now. And as soon as he starts talking, I'll cut the music.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Corporal Snowden. I'm here today as part of the Air Force Security Military Working Group of Flag. Today we hope to showcase to you a small snippet of what our dogs are capable of and the capability which we provide to commanders and managers of bases and assets across Australia. Today, entering the arena on the opposite side, you can they're playing a little bit of what we call two-ball, or fetch. It's a great bonding game for Handler and the dog. You can see right now he is just doing his own thing. Listening to command, he wants to welcome the KO. We'll conduct now for you what we call some basic obedience. So basic obedience for us forms the bottom layer of our pyramid. It's the foundation of everything we do with these dogs and ensures that they are able to listen to command and perform command when given. And this is impeccably important when we move to a tactical situation. The dog must listen for their own safety and the safety of the handler. You can see Michaela will go to me and Odin will go down instantly. This is tactical movement we use in an environment where it might be critical for the dog to listen without verbal command. And this is other tricks. So again, this is forming part of the bond between the handler and the dog that ensures when there's a competing motivator, such as a bite suit, or someone wearing a civilian kit that the dog wants to engage with, it ensures that the dog is always listening to the handler and focused on the handler. And you can see he's playing dead. So he has a banging command. It ensures he's listening to Michaela's command, laying on his back. And you can see here the middle position. So again, this is all to keep the dog engaged and mentally stimulated so that they're always thinking and they don't preemptively select a command and adopt that position in hope of a reward. Critically important that the dog does listen to each command so that when they're given, they're not just adopting their favourite position, the one that they've been rewarded the most historically for. You see they're quite agile, very quick. So again, just showcasing both sides so that everyone gets a nice view of what we can provide. So I quickly talk about the capabilities which we can provide to commanders and managers of bases and assets across Australia. And we'll showcase to you what everyone's here to see, which is our lightweight flight load. So the Belgian Malinois, 42 teeth, a lot of bite pressure, and you'll see our decoy coming out who is wearing a traditional bite suit, a fat man suit, Michelin man, call it what you want, it still hurts. So the bite suit is basically a protective equipment for the decoy only. So through other training, we teach the dog not to just engage equipment. So we'll showcase for you in the next dog that we take away the bite suit equipment and the dog must engage the person in a civil picture. So somebody not wearing the uniform that you can see me wearing or any of the colleagues wearing. So he's looking around, he's a little bit confused. There we go, now he's switching on. So you can see the decoy approaching his space. Odin's backing up, ready to go. He's got quite a lead on him. So you can see the dog near the tricep of the decoy. Maybe a bit closer to the elbow, might hurt a little bit more. But the dog is trained to bite and hold. We'll make our way down here eventually, don't worry, you'll get a good shot too. So the dogs are trained to bite and hold and release and command. They bite and hold so that when we work in small teams, team members can then move in and affect an arrest. So you can see as well, when I move in, Odin has no interest in me, only in the decoy. I'll touch him, tell him he's doing a good job, and he has no interest in me. This is what we call IFF training, or identification of friend or foe. So Odin understands when he sees this picture of camouflage uniform, he's not to engage that picture. So the player gave him the lead command, which is release the bite. Nice catch. So again, it's being escorted away, pushes the escort away, and dog knows to go and engage immediately. So you can hear also the decoy explaining every time the dog punches in and tries to put more of his arm inside the suit. This is what we call panning the dog. So the dog understands, I know I'm doing the right thing because that's good. So he learns through the actions of the decoy that this is the right thing to do. Good boy. So you can see though, the grip never moves. So again, getting some reps in, every time we run a scenario like this, we want a training outcome for the dog as well. Right now, he is having the time of his life. He'd go all day if he could. So a big win for these dogs is when the decoy takes a knee and lowers their body posture. It allows the dog to dominate the fight further and control the decoy. Get out here. So that's a brief display of the bite work capability that we can provide to commanders and managers across Australia. And you can see all Odin wants to do is chase him down. There's slobber flying everywhere, having the time of his life. And there's absolutely no chance he wants to get back in the truck. So that's a brief demonstration of the bite work capability. Now what we're going to showcase to you is using another dog. We have another use of force option where we will put a muzzle on the dog and we have a civilian picture. So again, we disassociate the bite suit, we take that out of the equation so that the dog learns I don't just engage equipment, I must engage somebody posing a threat to me. So you can see here, placing what we call a decoy, so somebody who will imitate an aggressor. So they're in position, muzzling up the dog on the outside, and you can see wearing nice pretty colours, so that the dog understands completely different to what I'm wearing. So again, identification of friend or foe. The dog knows this picture will always lead in to reward or to positive outcomes. So I follow command of this picture, they will send me, and it will better my own situation. Now entering the arena, we have Julie, and military working dog Sigma. So you can see Sigma's already identified the target. Target's moving towards the dog. Julie's issuing the challenge. I'll release my dog and Sigma is going to fly in. Good girl. Handler pulls the dog back. Decoy returns. Dog strikes again, neutralizing the threat. Handler moves in. Picks the dog up. Threat's neutralized. And here come the reinforcements. So again, now we've got another decoy entering in. So the dog must learn, switch off. Teammate has that situation under control. But now we've got another threat to deal with. right in the midsection. I think she's telling him to stay on the ground. So this is another situation, a use of force option for commanders and managers of bases and assets, where in the event of civil unrest or disorder at a front gate, people attempting to encroach upon assets and airshow, we have this use of force option available to us in order to protect those assets, those personnel on those bases. So you can see again the IFF picture. Michaela in uniform moves in to secure the decoy. Sigma has no interest in this.
Running 50 meters
Only the decoy.
while trying to plug it in at the same time.
Critically important when we move into building clearance situations, and we never want the dog to target this picture. What you didn't see before we run a muzzle scenario is what we call a muzzle check. So before we run any scenario, we will go through a quick walkthrough of situations that may arise during the conduct of the training and ensure that we have plans in place if anything were to go wrong. So one of the first safety checks we do is a muzzle check. Making sure the muzzle won't come off during this display because as you saw, they have no PPE in. There's nothing to protect them from a bite. So it's critically important for the safety of the decoy that that muzzle will not come off. Then we take the muzzle off, let her have some fun with the ball. She's done her job. And that is a small display of what we can provide to commanders and managers across Australia. Now I'm going to pass over to the Border Force Protection Team, and they're going to run a quick scenario for you with their explosive detection dog. Thank you.
One of our canines, and we have our handler over here, Sarah Kate. What we're going to do is do a demonstration of how we serve passengers at the airport. This detector dog is trained on explosives. So what we do here is we search all the passengers leaving the country. We also search building exteriors, vehicles. If you can get her nose to it, she'll search it. So our handler here, Sarah Kate, will give the dog a command, the dog will come out and start to search passengers. We have something set up on one of these cadets and one of our volunteers, and we're going to see if he explosive detector dog CAF can find it. Now this isn't a normal situation for our dogs, so just bear with us for a sec. Hopefully that all goes to plan and she does her job. Are you ready, SK?
Well, if there is defense forces.
Everyone's hoping it's going to be Granger or, you know, one of the anyway.
Stops on Granger.
Only if they got one jealous, was actually
There we go, she's done her job. Now this is what we do with our dogs. That's their reward. They get a reward uptown as their ultimate reward. Sarah Kay will play a big game with Kat and let her know that she's done the right thing and she's done an awesome job. Let's give her a round of applause. Woo! So what we train our dogs on, all our explosives we use to make homemade explosives, but also military grade explosives. But we also train them on a maintenance item, which is Tom, which is just a rubber toy that they look for. And that's what we have today. We don't bring any explosives down here, especially when we're in the show. So what we train them on is Tom. It's used as a maintenance odor, and also it's an odor for the dog to familiarise itself with. And this is part of their job. So they are trained to serve passengers either on lead or remotely as well. Do you want to do a demo remote? Try? We might do another demonstration. We'll leave the guys as it is, but we'll work CAF, explosives detected by CAF remotely. Do you want to set it up? Yeah. We'll give it a try. We'll see how this goes, just to show you another demonstration. So yeah, part of their job is to search things that have been left behind. We can send the dog in on command. They can come back. If they find something that they're trained on, they'll respond. There we go, and then she comes back. Give her a bit more confidence, okay? Like I said, this isn't a normal situation for these dogs, so we don't know how it's going to go, but she's done her job today. She's done exactly what she's trained to do, and that's to serve passengers. She's made a detection, she's responded by sitting, and now she's been recalled back to the handler to receive her reward. She's also trained on food as well, so she can get food or ultimate reward, which is like. So it doesn't last very long, the demo, but I'm glad you guys all came out here to have a look. It's just one of the capabilities we have. We train our dogs on drugs, firearms, hash, tobacco, and explosives. So we have a whole range of dogs. Our explosive dogs are only trained on explosives only, because when they respond, we need to know what they're responding to. We also have other dual capability dogs which are trained on hash and drugs, or firearms and drugs, so when they do respond, then we get assessed to both. Any questions, guys? Yes? Because we're probably a bit more intimidating for people, so we use rubber because we're very friendly, they're not aggressive, especially when we see passengers as well. We don't want people to be intimidated by the dogs, we want them to just do their normal thing, or we come along and serve them. So yeah. It's all good. Plus they're easy to work and they're fun to work as well. Thanks guys, appreciate it. Round of applause for our volunteers as well.
Thank you very much to the Water Force Explosive Detection Dogs and the Royal Australian Military Racing Dogs. Stay in your seats, folks, because right now we have some high-paced drone racing action coming up. We have, from the Royal Australian Air Force, Delegator and King Chicken. From our civilian clubs here in the Melbourne area, Bloke, Kentucky, Fast Vader and Rishi Snake.
Next up, round 10 qualifying 3, with Delegator on R1, Bloke on R2, Kentucky on R2, Fast Vader on F4, Susie Snake on R7, Ben Chicken on R8.
Yeah, it was on mute.
Oh,
Thanks to the live stream chat for pointing that out.
Ruru giving us a bit of a shout out on the way home to New Zealand. One of our New Zealand pilots having competed in the Military International Drone Racing Tournament yesterday.
He's on a plane right now, watching it from his the airplane Wi-Fi. What a world we live in.
It's the only way to watch drone racing, I think.
High in the sky.
Oh, Sushi Snake, he's ready. Bin Chicken's ready. Delegator, he's ready, but holding up the net for the other pilots. That's where we're at, mate. Radio pilots, take your seats. Goggles down. Give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5.
Oh, Delegator. Bit of a false start from him.
Whole shot.
Just hold. Yeah, you're clear to take off now. Sushi Snake, he's one of our smallest pilots, and he's flying one of the smallest drones as well. He's got a little blue LED on his, so keep an eye on him. Delegator, he has a blue LED. Fast Vader now coming through the corkscrew maneuver. Oh, narrowly misses a pylon. He's starting to get a feel for the track now. Delegator on lap 2. Sushi Snake lap 2. Bin Chicken on lap 2. All pilots are now on their second lap. Delegator now coming around for complete his second. That's a 22-22 for him. He's currently sitting in 18th on our leaderboard. Delegator, our top-ranked Air Force pilot in the Military International Drone Racing Tournament. Oh, and Sushi Snake takes a tumble. He's in the grass. Fast Vader now. He's on his third lap. Delegator's done 3. He's still in 18th position. Bin Chicken's on his third. Sushi Snake's down, done 3. That's a PB for him. 78-79. Bin Chicken's on the board. That's his third lap. He's currently in 26th. Delegator moving up the leaderboard with a 19.95. His best lap of the day, putting him into 17th. Fast Vader now coming through the corkscrew and takes a tumble on that first gate. Delegator, he's now moving up into 15th, a 62.49 for him. He's in the net. That's all she wrote for Delegator. Sushi Snake is down. 3 laps for him. He's happy with that. Fast Vader and Bin Chicken L, 2 pilots still in the air. Vader hits a flag. He takes a tumble on the Air Force flags. Bin Chicken with his fastest lap of the day at 25.03.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, Bin Chicken splitting the gap between flag and gate. He's down. Pilots, track is clear. Go collect your drones. Up
Next
now
up,
we have Just in Time, Hot
With
Glue,
Just in Time on
Troy
R1,
Star,
Hot Glue on
Super,
R2,
Dizzy
Troy
Die,
Star on
Racing
F2,
Lewis,
Super
and
Dizzy D on
Qubit.
F4, Racing Lewis on R7, Qubit on R8.
How do you think today's going to pan out, Tim?
With a pair of tired commentators and hopefully not too much more carnage. We've got how many in this race? Hopefully the rest of the crew starting to arrive. I'd like to think that we have a full group in this one. I definitely saw Super Dizzy Die and Troy Star rock up. So if they're listening to me, they'd be aware that they need to get in the arena now. We should have a full group for this one.
Although you mentioned that this is our day 5 for us, Tim, and we may be a little tired, but Houdini on the live stream chat letting us know that the commentary, this enthusiastic commentary, is next level.
There's always caffeine.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's always something we can consume.
Bit of support from the local crew.
Give us your energy, Houdini.
How do you think qualifying is going to pan out? Where do you think the battle between Godzilla and BMS Thomas is going to pan out?
Look, I think I think this is probably a good time to just go and take a look at the qualifying stats so far. We got to 9 rounds last night, so only those who were brave enough to battle it out to the very late hours of the evening, were able to get that time on there. So we did have Godzilla in first as we left last night, but BMS Thomas has claimed back TQ once again.
By 3 whole seconds. That is phenomenal.
I like how we've got a triplet of pilots with FPV on their name, all back-to-back in 3rd to 5th place. Granger FPV, Dave FPV, Dim Sim FPV. You can see a theme here, FPV.
Is that what we're doing, Tim?
I think so. What does FPV stand for?
But, well, I'll tell the crowd because they actually might not know, so we'll let them know. First-person view, and that's got to do with the goggles.
I thought it was video. Oh, it is view.
View, first-person view. No, the pilots have goggles and a camera at the front of their drone, and that allows them to experience the view of the camera in the first person.
The joy of flight, first person. Tilted is sitting in 6th, but he got that time yesterday. He's missed his first 2 rounds this morning because he loves to sleep in. He's here, I know he's here now, so yeah, no more excuses now. You need to get back into the top 3. You're 6th. So, look, I'm going to... Heapsy's been bumped down a few spots. He was 5th when he left yesterday, and he's not making he's not here today, so he has to basically hope that he doesn't get bumped out by tomorrow.
When he was leaving, he asked where he was, and he was sitting in 3rd, I believe, and he thought that might be enough. But I think this track is showing the more time you have on the track, the faster and better you're going to be. Okay, we got video for Hot Glue, video for Racing Lewis, video for Qubit.
Everyone's here, but they're not here.
Look, I'm going to call it, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, look, Di and Troy, you're supposed to be flying now, but I guess you'll be up for next round.
Yep, let's do this. Let's not keep the crowd raiding. They want to see racing. They want to see crashing. Let's give them that.
We aim to please. We aim to deliver.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone.
Look, it's up to you to not crash. Don't blame us. Three pilots in the air, out of 6. It's half of the field. The other 3 are off gas bagging or eating. We've got whole shots from all 3, so they've made it past the start-finish gate. Is that a realistic lap from Racing Lewis? No, surely not. Looks like Racing Lewis is in the dirt. Up down a 31.86 in Qubit, a 42.11.
Top section of the track. It's got the purple LEDs.
Not on. There's the spare pair when you're ready.
Hot Glue with the purple LEDs for those keeping an eye on the high-flying action. He's coming around now for his 2nd lap. 28.86 for him. He's currently sitting in 28th overall. Racing Lewis, goggles are up. Couldn't fly straight. It's kind of needed sometimes in this competition. There's a few straights.
No, you can just learn to take it all curved and just drift through the whole thing, right?
I can only turn left.
Oh, that's not
a Zoolander thing going on there.
Yeah.
But Hot Glue, he's coming around now, the KJR corner. This will be his 3rd lap.
There are a couple of right turns in this track. I have flown a track where it was all left turns once, and that was nonsical. We don't do that
coming
anymore.
around now for his 2nd. He's sitting in 34th overall. Up through the high section, over the crowd, the purple LED of hot glue. Into the section known as the corkscrew in the center.
60 seconds remaining.
Next coming around KJR corner in front of the crowd, showing off that purple LED. That's his 4th lap, sitting in 28th, though this is a PB run for him, an 87.29. Cubit now for their 3rd lap. No improvement on their overall time, still sitting in 34th. Hot glue now really pushing it through KJR corner, coming into the start-finish gate. Sponsored by In Situ Pacific. That was his fastest lap of the day at 28.06, still in 28th position.
But his time has improved. He's down to 86.49. Hocklu's previous best was an 89.5, so he shaved a nice whole 3 seconds off his time.
Remaining.
Yeah, Tim, with the speed of drone racing, every 10th of a second counts.
Sometimes even a 100th.
Indeed. Oh, Cubit with his fastest lap of the day, 35.86. Pilots, buzzer is gone. Finish your lap and land.
6.11. Please land.
Cubit still in the air from the Royal Australian Air Force. Coming through the corkscrew now. This will be lap 5 for him.
Cubit finished 3 laps.
And he's fastest of the day. He's moved up to 33rd with that, a PB run. Pilots, track is clear. Go collect your drones. Up now, we have Hutto, Pates, Manic Tardis, Brig, Chiz, and Firefly.
Race over.
Someone dropped their radio as they walked in. I heard the crunch. Not Racing Lewis.
The worst thing when you drop your radio is if you break a switch, particularly like an important one. It makes it very hard.
Like the arm switch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need the arm switch.
That was your run. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right, the live stream may die now because the cell towers are swamped, and my desperate plea to the YouTube upstreaming service is being denied. I will try and pivot to Telstra from Optus.
Well, that's the only big eagle I know. Yeah, that's the only big eagle I know. What a fucking weird bloke. Well, yeah, imagine.
Absolutely putting in the big yards today, helping out our cadet pilots. He's out there looking for the drone. In this one, we have Chiz for the Melbourne Multirotor Racing Club. Paints from the Australian Army Drone Racing Team. Brig and Firefly, both representing the Australian Army Cadet Racing Team. I guess the good thing, Tim, when losing a drone in an arena such as this is, hopefully, there's only so far that it could be. Some races we've seen drones end up, well, I wouldn't say miles away, but sometimes a bad crash, someone shoots off into the air, you can't see where you've gone, they end up in a creek or a lake.
There used to be a bug, I think, when if you'd clip the drone, it would go to a yaw spin of death, and you'd see it like one of those twirling fireworks shoot into the sky. I remember at the club once, it went over a fence, and we had to, we spent like half an hour going looking
pilots,
for
give
it.
us a quick thumbs up when you're ready. Let's do this. We'll have to continue our witty banter later.
Next up, round 10 qualifying 5, with Hutto on R1. Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Chiz 2.44.
Cheers is first out the blocks, coming through. This is his second run of the course. Firefly down from the cadet team. Oh, spinning and kicking up a lot of dirt in front of the crowd. Cheers takes a tumble. You see a bit of net, but he seems to be free of it. Looks like he can get back up and continue. Got to be careful of that big top tent, Tim.
It is
Cheers through
unforgiving.
The, spiral now.
You're the only one I know to have breached the tent so far.
Yeah, there is. If the crowd looks up to the sky, they will see a hole in the tent. I'd like to take responsibility for that one. I'll call it my blessing, making the tent holy. Oh, Hutto again, contending with the guide ropes and the roof. Oh, it is a challenge in this arena. Paints is down. Firefly in front of our crowd, trying to get back up. Hutto making his way over the top of the crowd now. And Chiz now, he's on his third lap. Paints is on his second. Hutto with a PB on his first lap, a 38.76. Coming through KJR corner now is Hutto. That's his second lap of the day, of this race, sorry. Chiz now, he's in 21st overall, 1 second away from the top 20. Making his way over the top section of the track. He avoids the roof of the guide wires. Coming through the corkscrew. Hutto coming through the corkscrew. He's picking up. Oh, Chiz takes a bit of a tumble in front of the crowd. I was about to say, he's starting to really pick up the pace and get a feel for the track.
60 seconds remaining.
One of the many obstacles that pilots have to contend here with is when another pilot crashes out. It seems to kick up a lot of dirt and dust, so if you're coming through hard behind them, your vision may be obscured by that. Chiz now coming around KJR corner into the In-Situ Pacific start gate for his fifth lap. A 23.96 from him. Hutto, he's got 3 on the board. This is a PB run by him. Third lap being a 37.33 with a 115 flat overall. Oh, Hutto in for a fourth lap there, just almost diving into the start-finish gate, but he takes a tumble into the second gate. That's one of the things, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to watch out for. You need to think about your lines going through consecutive gates. Sometimes you need to maybe be thinking 2 to 3 gates ahead of you and how you're going to approach it. Hutto's down, Chiz is down, Paints is our only pilot left. He's going to get one more lap in and then this one is over. Up next we have Hickster, Huey FPV, Ironoid, Lawnmower, Lost My Drone and Marzi.
Paints finished 3 laps in 149.65. Please land. Race over.
Track is clear. Go get your drones. Up next will be Hickster, Huey, Ironoid, Lawnmower, Lost My Drone, and Marzi.
Next up, round 10 qualifying 6, with Hickster on R1, Huey FPV on R2, Ironoid on F2, Lawnmower on F4, Lost My Drone on R7, Marzi on R8.
I'll just see if my roaming cam works. Oh, it's going to work. Just show you what it looks like behind the desk that we sit at. There's my face. There's the screen of infinite mirrors. The heart of the system. I'm going to have to vacuum this when I get home.
Yeah, just confirming channels for our pilots. Marzi's R8, Lost My Drone R7, Ironoid F Fat Shark 2, Ixter Race Band 1, Lawnmower Fat Shark 4. Oh, for our live stream viewers, Tim just showing the behind the scenes action. Lawnmower, Lost My Drone, Marzi and Huey FPV all yet to get a time on the board in this new open class competition that started this weekend. If the crowd want to give a bit of a wave to Timmy, our race director there, you'll feature on the live stream. Say g'day to all our fans watching from around the world. Radio pilots. Only 3 in this race. Give us goggles down, give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Ironoid 2.69.
Ironoid now. He's coming through, about to come into the top section of the track. He is blindingly fast. Expect him to move up the leaderboard very quickly. Hickstar, our cadet pilot, making his way now through the top section of the track, over the crowd. Oh, and he has a battery dangling too. That's something he's going to have to be careful of, making sure he doesn't get a disconnection in the air. Lawnmower for the Royal Australian Air Force. He has a blue LED on his drone. BMS Thomas joining us in the race HQ, keeping an eye on Ironoid's laps. Oh no, that battery's disconnected now from Hickstar. A dangling battery, a bump on the ground, the battery flies out. Can't fly a drone without power. Ironoid coming around for his third lap. That's a 17:38, 39 for him. He's currently sitting in 13th position. Oh, Ironoid taking a tumble. Lawnmower, this is his third lap. That's a PB for him. He's now in 24th position. Ironoid having to borrow a controller from Dim Sim. That's an impressive run for him with equipment that he's not familiar with. But for now, it's just the lawnmower show.
.60 seconds remaining.
This is a PB run for Lawnmower, 75:43 for him. Lovely and smooth through the corkscrew, coming around the sweeper turn called KJR corner. That's his 5th lap. He's in 22nd overall.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, clipping the top of the gate on the split S.
.10 seconds remaining.
Oh, he's getting a bit loosey-goosey on the sticks
Finish
there.
your lap and then land. Lawnmower finished 3
That's his
laps
6th
in
lap.
96.69.
He's going to come in and land.
Please land.
Pilot's
Race
track
over.
is clear. Go collect your drones.
Next up, round 10 qualifying 7, with Mr. Goose on R1, Scorpion on R2, Sugar K on F2, Third Eye on F4, Tomahawk
Still
on
haven't seen
R7,
Sugar K,
Top Knot
so
on
I
R8.
think he's not going to show up. Boo, disqualified for him. But I do know we have Third Eye now in the area somewhere. Oh, yep, he's on the starting blocks. Nice. Top Knot may have given up, or he's out there as well. All right, he's going to get a run now in this time. When he was in his previous run, he had a bit of bad luck. Someone was working on their drone down in the pits, and he lost his video.
Yeah, he was very dirty about that. He's hoping to get a good run in. He's desperate to qualify here.
All right, got video for Tomahawk, video for Third Eye, video for Top Knot. Do we have a Mr. Goose or a Scorpion? Mr. Goose or Scorpion? All right, I'd say the net is closed. We do.
No, we're talking about your mishap. That shall remain nameless.
Radio Tomahawk from the Australian Air Force. Top Knot from the Australian Navy. Third Eye from the Melbourne Multirotor Racing Club.
Track is clear. We're going to get started. All right. Away we go.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5.
This is trying you to be more prompt.
Whole shot Top Knot.
Third Eye and Top Knot
3.17.
yet to get a time on the qualifying board. Third Eye is just going to be sussing out this track, getting a feel for it now. Oh, Top Knot takes a tumble. Third Eye making his way through the corkscrew. Tomahawk now making his way through. Third Eye through KJR corner in through the in-situ Pacific start finish gate. That is his first lap on this track. Third Eye coming up to the top section over the crowd. Tomahawk not far behind him. Tomahawk with the purple LEDs. Tomahawk into the corkscrew. Third Eye through KJR corner now. That's his second lap. Top Knot down. Battery gone. Goggles are up. And a shake of the head. Tomahawk over the top of the crowd with that purple LED shining brightly. Third Eye now coming through the sweeper through KJR corner. Oh, narrowly avoids the military working dog obstacle. Though he's now on the board with 3 laps in 24th position. Tomahawk making his way now into the top section of the track. That purple LED going over the top of the crowd. Third Eye in now for his 4th lap. He's moved into 21st position. He's only 0.23 seconds out of the top 20. Tomahawk takes a tumble in front of the crowd.
60 seconds remaining.
His hands are in the air trying to get signal. And he's back up. Oh, and Third Eye with another PB. Moves inside the top 20 to position 19. Third Eye through the corkscrew, taking it blindingly fast. Oh! We
30
will
seconds
need
remaining.
to ensure that he completes the track correctly. He did miss a flag on that section, though. Tomahawk over the crowd now. Coming through the corkscrews, Third Eye.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, he's cutting a flag. We will need to sort that out. That's okay. It is his first time on the track. Oh, he's got the land now warning. He just sticks it into the
Finish
net.
your lap and then land. Race over.
Okay, that ends that round of qualifying. We're moving back to Heat Group A. Godzilla, BMS Thomas, Davey FPV, Tilted, Mac Daddy, and Yui Wep Wep. Crowd, if you're in the stands, keep an eye on this race. These are our fastest pilots. Some would say actually the fastest in the world, with a two-time world champion racing with them. The designer of our racing software, Yui Wep Wep. Godzilla, our former TQ as of last night, but he was pipped this morning by BMS Thomas.
Next up, round 11.
Davey FPV, the young gun from Canberra.
BMS Thomas on R2.
The last winner of the Big Top race in Illawarra.
On F4. Mac Daddy on R7. Yui Wep on R8.
And we can't forget Mac Daddy, number 4 in the Military International Drone Racing Tournament.
No, that's right. I'm not.
Something you said made me laugh so much, and I keep thinking about it. It's so funny. What? It was in the Eastside chat when Gabe was going about his FC or something like that. You then pasted the lyrics in an Eminem song. So the MC was perfect. Funny thing I read in the group chat a long time. I want you to know that, yeah. What? Where is he?
All right, is everyone ready? The track is clear. Pilots are ready. We're getting this race underway. I'm hitting start.
Okay, this is going to be a good one, Tim.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5.
And they're off. Godzilla hoping to take
Thomas
back
1.67.
his TQ position that BMS Thomas took off him in his first round this morning. BMS Thomas now coming through into the corkscrew in the center of the track. Godzilla coming through. He's now entering the corkscrew. Oh, a bit of traffic to contend with. Davey FPV coming around. He's onto his second lap, as is BMS Thomas. Davey FPV with a 14.95. He was first in front of BMS Thomas on that first lap. Both of them now coming through the corkscrew. Yui Wep Wep is down. BMS Thomas on his second lap. Davey FPV on his second lap. These pilots are neck and neck as they take the top section of the track now over the crowd. BMS Thomas coming through now. The KJR corner into the start finish gate. This will be his third. That's a 13.68 for him. Davey FPV now for his third. That's his best lap of the day. A 14.53. Godzilla now coming forward through his third. He's in second place. 2.68 seconds behind BMS Thomas over 3 laps. BMS Thomas still in first, lowering that time, a 13.52 from him. Mac Daddy over the top of the crowd now. Tilted. He's coming through the cork over the top of the crowd as well. Mac Daddy just in front of him, coming through the corkscrew, about to make his way through KJR corner. Tilted through the corkscrew now. Godzilla through the corkscrew. These pilots are neck and neck. Godzilla now on lap 6. Tilted on lap 5. He's coming through over the crowd. Mac Daddy on lap 5 as well. Godzilla through the corkscrew. This is a PB run for him. He's lowering that time, getting closer and closer and closer to the BMS Thomas. A 43.46 for him. But BMS Thomas has lowered that time even further. A 39.99 for him. His last lap, a sub 13 second, 12.78.
Seconds remaining.
BMS Thomas, the first pilot to break the 40-second barrier over 3 consecutive laps.
And that's also the first lap, single lap in under 13. I really don't think an 11-second is possible, do you?
Well, during the Military International Drone Racing Tournament, Tim, we were discussing that a 10-second lap might not be possible. But BMS Thomas continues to prove us wrong time after time.
High 10s. He got into the high 10s, I believe.
Oh, it was a low 10, 10:38.
Oh.
Yeah. And he actually said, I reckon I could go faster, but do you want to break a drone? Do you want to risk it?
Race over.
I'd be happy for him to break a drone.
Well, you're not paying for it, Tim, are you?
No, but we're enjoying it, and we're watching it. That round is over, the results are in, and it's official. BMS Thomas is now further into the TQ territory than he was before. We have Davey, who's bumped up into the 3rd place from yesterday. I think he was 5th before, so he's moved up 2 places. Godzilla still clinging tightly to his 2nd place on the leaderboard. Tilted in 6th. Mac Daddy now in 7th with a 53.82. And we had a did not finish from Yui Wep. Up next will be Granger, Mish, Louis, Dim Sim, Black Wolf, and Bear. There's the results on the leaderboard. That's everyone's time so far. Those just here have not got a 3-lap run in yet, so that's why the time says 9:99. So everyone from Manic TARDIS above has completed 3 laps on the track at some point, and they've got an official time on the leaderboard. We also, I've done a little thing where I'm, based upon the club or team that you're flying with, I've even got a bit of a team versus team score there based upon the top 3 pilots from each team. So let's take a quick look at those. Looks like the Melbourne Multirotor Racing Club is steaming ahead with 124 points for their top 3, consisting of BMS Thomas, Godzilla, and Granger. Eastside FPV, the other Melbourne club, is in a strong 2nd place with Tilted, Yui Wep, and Heapsy's times, giving them 65 points. And then the 3rd is the Army Drone Racing team with Mac Daddy, Mish, and Louis. 4th, Louis to what? Nah. He's wearing the gear. Nah. And we've also who paid for you to be here, Louis? Are you self-funded? You are the Army team all the way through, mate. And we also have Canberra Multirotor Racing Club with Davey, Bear, and myself, giving them 47 points in 4th place. FPV Rebels is represented purely by Dim Sim, and Adelaide is purely represented by Black Wolf, so not much chance of a good score there with only 1 player. And the British team, who were flying late into the night last night, have 7th place, above the Air Force team, who've only got here in 8th place there. So hopefully they can improve and get above that position. Looks like we got pilots already. Next race up.
Next up, round 11.
I have no Mish, but that's okay. We've got 5.
Mish on R2,
Thumbs up if you're ready.
Louis on F2, Dim Sim FPV
Hit start.
On F4, Black
No more bets.
FPV on R7, Bear on R8. Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5.
The race has begun. All pilots through the hot shot gate with Bear in the back of the pack. They're all just trying to get 3 laps in back-to-back here, so there's no need to really fight for the winning position so much here. You're racing against the clock. Granger is certainly the fastest one in this pack. He's got a 46.87. Dim Sim with a 51.29. Blackwood with a 54. Louis with 56 and Bear with a 59.98. Bear was down for a few seconds but gets back up and on the horse again. Now on lap 2. Dim Sim is now on lap 3 along with Granger. And Black Wolf also in lap 3. He's on the 8th place on the leaderboard. Dim Sim now with a new personal best, 49.15 in 5th place. But not enough to bump Granger. He needs to shave another 3 seconds off. So you really need like a triplet of 15s. And there's his first one. He's got a 16.05, a 16.02, and a 15.95. Puts him down at 48 seconds. He's getting closer to Granger's time, but not quite on the money yet. Black Wolf with the new PB, but still in the number 8 spot. Oh, Dim Sim's done it. He's pipped Granger. Cop that, Granger. He's 0.3 seconds ahead of you. 0.3 across 3 laps. Yeah. Nothing in it. Louis with no new PB in this run there, but he's got a set of 19s and 15s, but 1 lap in the middle there cost him a bit there, was 30 seconds. You need 3 perfect laps, basically, or 3 laps as perfect as you can get it. Ah, there we go. Louis pulled out a 19, a 17, and an 18, now with 54.78. Keeping him in the 13th place. Bear has a good crash there, trying to flip over. It may be not enough time left to get anything good out of this. Oh, crunchy sounds to my left. One pilot still flying. Bear's trying to get up and up. Goggles up. He's retiring this run.
Race over.
That was a pretty good run, lads. Sans Mish. We move on to the next group. Delegator, Bloke, Kentucky, Fast Vader, Sushi Snake, and Bin Chicken. Oh, wait, it's an ibis. Did I make that sound? Is the stream dying again? I don't know.
Next up, round 11 qualifying 3, with Delegator on R1, Bloke on R2, Kentucky on F2, Fast Vader on F4.
Looks like the stream's still
Sushi
working.
Snake
It should
on
be.
R7,
I've got
Ben
no drop
Chicken on
packets. There's one over there. Over there in that tent. Just been told that Vic Police are detecting some DJI Phantom activity in the area, and obviously they turn their eyes to us. We're innocent. We don't fly that trash here. We only fly superior home-built drones of random parts that we find from the internet or a local store if you're really lucky. There aren't too many bricks and mortar stores in Australia for this sort of stuff. Realistically, there's about 3 or 4. One in Adelaide, one in Townsville, one of our sponsors, Rising Sun FPV. And another one in Gosford. Yeah, you can go power on. I only got 2 pilots on the starting blocks. If no one else gets out there fast enough, this might be a father-son race on its own. Paging Bloke, paging Dello, you were just here. Paging Kentucky. Paging Bin Chicken. The answer is not us, Dello. Go get him. Pick him, man. Get him, get him. All right, I guess we'll scrap Kentucky and Bloke from this round. Can someone tell me if they're going to show up today? It'd be nice to know. Herding cats, man. Herding cats. All right, I got video for 4. Binchigan's taking his seat. Once his goggles are down and they've all given me thumbs up, we'll get this race underway. Away we go.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot fast Vader 2.98.
Delegator off to a casual start. He's the one that was just sitting around and decided to take off 21 seconds into the round. But that's okay. He can still get a good time with that late start. Sushi Snake and Fast Vader in the lead of this run here with a 22 and a 27 second first lap. Binchigan also with a 3. They only just joined the club, right? They joined this club because I said they need to join a club to come to Avalon.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
No, that's exactly. I said you're gonna. I went, oh, which club should we join? Whichever one's closer. So getting some memberships out of the event at least, which is good. But also like straight into the HD0 goggles. They're not like
Flying stars.
Yeah, like.
And they can actually, like, they fly really well, don't they?
It's like some Hobby King goggles and like ZMR 250s rocking up, right? Delegated now with 3 laps, a new personal best for him. The time is 62:16. Where does that put him on the board? The computers tells me 15th place. Sushi Snake gets 3 laps in, 70. When this is over. When they're changing over. Delegated now with a 1976. That'll bump him up onto a 61.25 on the clock.
30 seconds remaining.
How with your time today? It's 11:13. Delo still in 15th, crashing out there with 6 laps on his belt. Binchigan, the only pilot still in the air.
I actually think Delegator is just landing into the net.
Deliberately?
Yeah, DRL style.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm going to allow this. This round's all.
Land.
We have just in time Hot Glue, Troy Star, Super, Dizzy Die, and Racing Lewis. And from the airport,
Racing Lewis on R7, Qubit on R8.
I can go to the bathroom. I had to get some warm cans of Coke here that I might.
I just took them back to the fridge and got a cold one. So Troy, Fat Chuck too.
Again, they were in the chat. They were in the chat. They were in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's a change. That's what you are. I'm not sure if it's a change or not, but that's what you're down for. Yeah.
Probably was a change.
I was on asked me yesterday, so yeah.
Racing Lewis in this one, keen to improve his times overall. Racing Lewis from the Australian Army Cadet Dizzy Die making their debut this morning. Although they did fly yesterday, it's their first PAX racing today. Troy Star taking their seat. Racing Lewis taking their seat now. Qubit is exiting the arena. Goggles down, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Rightio, here we go. Oh, a slight nick
Whole
coming
shot
off the
racing
start
Lewis
blocks.
3.71.
Qubit still on the start block. Super Dizzy Die coming through. Troy Star not far in front of them. Racing Lewis already making his way up over the crowd through the high section of the track. Super Dizzy Die. Troy Star also over the top of the crowd now. Oh, Troy Star can recover from... Oh, no. Looks like another battery disconnection for him. Oh, the goggles are up and he's disappointed. He's hoping to move up that leaderboard with some fast laps, showing the work that the Australian Army cadets can do in drone racing. Troy Star now on his second lap. Super Dizzy Die coming around for their first. Qubit as well, also on his second lap now. Coming in front of our crowd. Super Dizzy Die making her way into the in-situ Pacific start-finish gate. Followed by Qubit coming around now. Troy Star running with a blue light in his drone. This will be his third lap. Super Dizzy Die on her third lap, and so is Qubit. Troy Star sitting in 32nd overall on qualifying. Super Dizzy Die making her way
60 seconds remaining.
Qubit coming around for his third lap. He's in 35th overall. That's his fastest of the tournament so far, and taking a tumble up to the start-finish gate.
30 seconds remaining.
Cube done 3. He's sitting in 35th. Troy Star in 32nd. Hatzas PB for him, bringing him down to 94.59 for 3 consecutive laps.
Finish your lap and then land.
My friend died. Sitting there talking away. No one can hear you, mate. Super Dizzy Die taking a tumble, getting awfully close to the roof.
Qubit finished 3 laps in 117.98. Please land.
Qubit's down. All for the Super Dizzy Die. Pilot's track is clear. Go
Please
collect
land.
your drones.
Race over. Next up, round 11, qualifying 5, with Hutto on R1, Paints on R2, Manic Tardis on F2, Brig on F4, Chiz on R7, Firefly on R8.
Up now we have Chiz, Hutto, Firefly, Paints, Manic Tardis, and Brig. Sorry? Yeah, I think the cadets on the lunch stands all right, mate. Don't worry about the time.
1-1, final mission station close, over.
Altitude 150, direction 4800 and 200, over.
1-1, converge, at my command, fire for effect, over. 1, yeah. Rapid complete, over.
1-1, rapid clear.
You guys ready? Yep. I think the live stream may have to end.
Starting on the tone in less than 5.
Yep, it's over.
Whole shot Firefly 2.9.
All right, we have Chiz and Firefly, but Firefly is really bear in disguise. So these times will not go towards Firefly. Bear with one lap in at 22.75 and Shiz with a 25. Bear now with a 21.81. And Shiz with a 22.37. In from Bear, 64.71. I don't know if it's his best because he's flying under the name Firefly because he's out at lunch. Chiz now in the number 21 spot with 4 laps under his belt, 68.04, and Bear with a 61.58 in this run. Bear's having a cracker of a run with this one, a 2014 and 1963. And a 22.2.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh, baby. Oh, thank you for lunch. Oh, shit. Do they have these today for some reason?
Yeah. Working in our fridge. I only saw them today.
Yeah, I've only seen the cartons.
Yeah, I only saw them today. Yeah, so we got them.
All right, Chiz is down. He's got a 68.04. Bear's still up with 30 seconds to go. This is the last group of the round, so we'll circle back to... Oh, it's not the last group. We have Hickster, Huey, Ionide, Lawnmower, Lost My Drone, and Marzi up next. 20 seconds on this clock remaining.
10 seconds remaining. Race over.